Peas explain what to do about nothing.
Hello, I'm Mr. Soup. You may remember me from such videos as, well, basically it's just Mr. Soup and, my lovely wife, Mrs. Peas. Say hello.
What was that you're eating, darling?
No, that's the wrong video, I'm afraid. This, we are explaining the Shakespearean play of Much Ado About Nothing. Anything to add on that, darling?
What?
It doesn't matter. She's not a woman of very many words. Well, she's not a woman at all. She's a tin of peas.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. You're a very attractive lady, tin of peas. And so, let's start by introducing the characters in this play. First up, we have Don Pedro, who is a very handsome man, quite like myself. He's a prince, and he has a brother named Don John, who's not a very nice man at all. No, he's rather a nasty piece of work. Yes. And next we have Claudio, who is a nice, handsome young chap, also a prince, who is a friend of Don Pedro, who falls in love with a sweet little girl called Hero. Quite an unusual name, I know, but so is Mr. Soup. Could you stop wolf whistling during the video, please?
Sorry.
So, after that we have Benedict, who's a very sarcastic, funny, witty man. And then we also have Beatrice, who's like Benedict in many ways, only a woman. And last but not least, we have Leonardo, who's he's the like owner and the governor of this small town which the prince and his friends go to visit. Now, I'd want you to do me a favor, boys and girls. Every time you hear Don John's name, I want you to all go boo. That's right. Yes. So let's get started with the story. First, there was the town owned by Leonardo, and there was news of Don Pedro and his crew coming to visit. So they all got excited and happy, so they decided to get ready. Yes. And when Don Pedro and his friends finally arrived, he started to speak to Leonardo. Everyone was still like, "Oh my lord, Don Pedro and his gang have come to visit us. I can't get over it." So Don Pedro and Leonardo, old friends, having a nice old chimwag. And then we have Benedict, and he met up with Beatrice yet again, insulting each other, kind of like what me and Mrs. Peas do every Thursday night. "You stupid old tin."
How dare you?
I'm sorry. You're not old. You're not old. And well, then we have Claudio, the handsome young man, if you remember. And he sees this pretty young woman in a window, and he's like, "She is a very pretty lady. Her name is Hero. I love her. I want to marry her." I said about the wolf whistling.
Sorry.
And then we have Benedict on the other hand, who's like, "Oh no, I'll never marry." But all deep down, we know he loves the women. So then, Don Pedro and Leonardo, they're like having dinner, having another old chinwag, as you do. And then Don John, he's all like, "Oh, I'm moody, I don't like everyone." What did I say to do when you hear Don John?
Boo.
That's correct. Don John says that he'll never change, and he's always going to be a villain. And then we have a masked ball. And then they're all getting, party. A nice big party. And Beatrice, she comes up to this person. She knows that it's Benedict, but Benedict doesn't know that Beatrice knows it's Benedict. I hope I said that correctly. So then Benedict's putting on a kind of stupid voice trying to disguise himself. A little bit like this one. Very stupid, I know. See, that was a great impression there. And then she's saying, "Oh, I don't like that Benedict. He's a real nasty piece of work. He's stupid." And then, right, after that, would you like Mrs. Peas to continue?
Yes. Then Don John says Pedro loves Hero and pretends to talk to Benedict when it is Claudio.
Yes, so just to elaborate, I think would be the right term there. Don John, he's saying, like, because Don Pedro was pretending to be Claudio, right? He's saying, "Oh, don't worry, I'm going to put on a mask and some gloves and the works, and say, 'Don't worry, I'm going to say I'm you, and go over to Hero and confess my love. But Don John, thank you, dear. He is saying to Claudio, oh, don't listen to Don Pedro, that big stupid man. He wants Hero all for himself. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So Claudio's like, no. But then, after that, Claudio, he goes to speak to Don Pedro, like, what are you doing, stealing my woman? And he's like, I wasn't stealing your woman, I was getting her for you. Now she will want to marry her. Yay! So, then, Beatrice and Benedict, both more or less at the same time, different places, while the others are, like, plotting against them. Not against them, but, they're, like, pretending they think, that, Benedict and Beatrice can't hear them, in separate places at the moment we are still talking. And, they're saying, oh, Beatrice loves Benedict, and Benedict's like, what? And then they say, Benedict loves Beatrice, and Beatrice is like, what? So, then they're like, what? So when they're still recovering from their, what? They're like, so, you love me, do you? Yeah, well, you love me. And they're getting all happy and writing poems for each other. And then, after that, Don John does a very naughty thing. He says that Hero has been seeing another man before she goes to marry Don Claudio. He says they've been kissing in the lakes round the corner on the park. Do you mind, dear?
Sorry.
So then Claudio and Don Pedro are all like, what are you doing? Ah, and try and wreck the marriage. So they go really distraught. And Leonardo, if you remember, was the owner and the governor of that village, and is also Hero's father. He doesn't like Hero anymore for being dishonest, so he slaps her around the chops.
Ah!
Okay, thank you for that, dear.
No problems.
And then he throws her and says, right, I don't like you. I wish you weren't my daughter. So there. And then Hero's like, but I did not do anything. Why? So then the priest comes up from the marriage and says, I think that Hero is innocent. Let's pretend that Hero has died, and then tell everyone. Then Claudia will be distraught. He'll be like, no, but I loved Hero. I wanted to marry her. So then, after that, they are very distraught. And then Leonardo says, well, my brother, he has a daughter who is just like Hero, and will you take her hand in marriage? And he's like, I suppose I will. So then, after that, there comes the big marriage with, well, which we all know is Hero, but as Don John tried, thank you, as Don John tried to trick everyone, he is sent to prison. But oh, he's gone forever. And then, so, it all ends happily ever after, with Benedict and Beatrice getting married, although they didn't like each other at first, and Hero, now Claudio realizes is Hero, and Claudio getting married. Hurrah!
Hurrah!
So that's all we have time for, I'm afraid, folks. But thanks for watching, and I hope you know about the play.